Hey guys.
I wasn't hyped that time.
I know.
One of those days, I'm not feeling it. Like I'm hype, but I don't.
I'm feeling it.
Talkative. You know what I mean?
Hyped up on sugar, guys. It's fine.
You can take
Welcome, everybody, to the Talk of the Ring show. You have your host,
Harley, and you have your other host,
Sabrina. And today we have an amazing show for you guys. We have, not only do we have Adrien, but we have all of Primal Fear with us today. So here's Adrien, and Omen, and Gabriel.
What up?
What is up? Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, you guys were on the top of my list for sure. Me and Harley, we go back and forth of who we pick for the podcast, and I was like, we have to get Primal Fear. They're one of the best in PPW right now. So
there you go. What better way to introduce us? Some of the best of PPW right now. Your television champion, the tag team champions. Listen, don't get no better than this.
Top dogs.
I know. When all you guys all won the belts that night, I looked at Harley and I was like, yo, Primal Fear has it all now. Like, they are undefeated. Let's go.
Right.
Everywhere we go.
Listen, we ended off 2022 high, and we're going to come into 2023 even hotter.
I know. And it's funny because, like, in that match specifically, a lot of people, I don't think, were rooting for you guys. I heard a lot of, like, Johnny Moran and Tom Mitchell. I heard a lot of, like, championship material. But, like, when you guys won, the crowd, like, looked at each other like, okay, well, we're not mad about it.
Listen, the crowd can be happy, they can be mad, they can be sad. Their reaction does not matter. What matters is the champion straps around our waist, all right? Doesn't matter. They have to accept it regardless. Listen, it's nothing they can do about it, okay? Primal Fear are the champions. That's it.
Nothing they can do about it, but accept it and like it.
Oh, right.
Don't like it. Don't come around.
Harley, would you like to ask our guest the first question?
Oh, why not? Ask all three of you, who or what got you guys into wrestling?
I'll go first. My tag team partner right there, Matthew Oman, got me into pro wrestling. And I could let Matt get a little deeper into that. I'm having a hard time hearing, so you're going to see my ear into the screen a lot.
Like what got us into the business of pro wrestling? I feel like it's something we talked about because me and Adrien have known each other since high school. We've known each other since I think we were like 14 years old, whatever, in high school. We've met each other. And it's something we always kind of talked about amongst our circle of friends. We all had mutual love for pro wrestling and stuff like that. And kind of, it maybe toured around envisioning it, but we played in bands growing up in high school and out of high school and stuff like that. And one day, we kind of just threw it out there, hey, we might want to check out a wrestling school. So we kind of messed around a little bit, and it brought us to our first independent wrestling show, which was at the world famous Monster Factory, which we would start training there maybe 3 or 4 months right after. So that's where we meet Gabriel.
Yeah, so I grew up in like a family that just loved wrestling. Like I tell people, I was at wrestling in Philly. I was like 3 years old there. So like my whole life, like wrestling was just always a real big part of it. I actually had my 6th birthday party at the Monster Factory. They would do birthday parties. So by the time I graduated high school, I was supposed to go play football in college. That ended up not working out. And I was just scrolling, and I always wanted to be a wrestler. And I found the Monster Factory's YouTube page, and I seen a video of Nick Camarado, who I went to high school with. And I seen Nick there wrestling, and I was like, wow, like, I know this kid. Like, if he can be there wrestling, I can do it. And that's how I ended up at the Monster Factory.
It's so weird because I was maybe in like the 6th grade, maybe 6th or 7th grade, and I had a teacher who his best friend growing up was John Tolan, who was Chad Dick or something in WWE. I don't remember. Do you guys know?
Yeah.
But he also trained at the Monster Factory in like the early 2000s, and I remember that's how I heard from the Monster Factory originally. Was being told from my teacher that his friend had went there, and he even gave me like an 8x10 sign and all that stuff. That's really cool. But since that day, I was like, man, the Monster Factory. So it's kind of weird how like everything full circle. We all kind of like had that sign early in life, like, hey, the Monster Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I'll go a little more in depth with it. When I was a kid, I didn't see myself being a wrestler. You know, growing up, I was very into like drawing and art. So, like, I took a lot of drawing and art classes in high school. I went to college for art, but I met Matthew in high school, and you know, we kind of like, you know, good bond like from the jump. Very good friends. We played in a band for like 2 years, right, Matt? Been like 2 years, and then a lot of issues with bandmates and stuff. And then, you know, we were always fan of pro wrestlers. We would always create ourselves in the video games and play the 2K series with our created characters. And, you know, we're like, why not? Let's try wrestling. And the rest is history.
Nice. Yeah, I get that because I have a Wii, like one of those, older things to play games on. And I'm starting to like create my own wrestlers on those games. And I'm like, I look like I know what I'm doing on those games. So I know if I would get in the ring, it would be a different story.
Yeah, definitely a different story when it's time to step in the actual ring.
Yeah, I feel like
yeah.
every wrestler though that's kind of like around like our generation, like they definitely grew up making themselves in the video games, like.
For sure. I do. So Adrien and Matt knew each other since high school. Did you guys also like plan like, hey, we're gonna grow our hair out at the same time?
I started growing my hair out once we started playing music together, because I knew, you know, a lot of rock stars had long hair. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grow my hair out and I'm gonna look like a rock star. So that's where the long hair comes in. And a lot of my favorite wrestlers from back in the day had long hair too, so I kept it for wrestling.
Yeah, you guys had better hair than me, so I'm a little jealous.
Like,
when we signed you guys up, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this podcast with them. Like, why? I was like, why? Like, they have better hair than me. Like, 'cause I had to put on my extensions. Like I gotta make sure I've got my hair okay.
No, I gotta keep mine tied up, because if I let it out right now, it's gonna be nice and poofy for y'all, and I'm trying to keep that away.
No 80s hair today. Bring the 80s back.
I've always had long hair. I've on and off since I was maybe like 12 years old. I always kind of kept like my hair pretty long, so I would cut it and grow it back, but I always kept it long.
Now, Gabriel, we're waiting for you to start growing your hair out.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just started growing mine. I don't know. I actually started growing it to play football, but like I said, that didn't work out. I always thought it was cool, the hair hanging out of the football helmet.
Yeah, if you want to be in Primal Fear, you gotta have long hair.
No.
Well, there goes my application.
Yeah, extensions don't count. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll deal with it. I'll just be a fan. So you guys, they kind of answered this question, Harley, but we'll go after it again. Who or where have you guys trained? You said the Monster Factory. Is that all you guys ever trained?
So we originally started at the Monster Factory, and we eventually moved into the ROH dojo. I want to say in 2016, maybe.
No, like 2018.
18,
late 2018.
When we started at the Monster Factory.
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah. I started.
Get your dates together, Gabriel.
Yeah. Well, I started like right at 16 because I started in December of 15. But so we started at the Monster Factory, originally trained by Damian Priest. QT Marshall was there a little bit. We moved to the ROH dojo. We went on to get trained by Jonathan Gresham and Will Ferrara. So we've had unbelievable trainers our entire careers. We've been very blessed in that aspect.
Yeah, like literal world champions. Like we see our coaches every single Monday night. You can see our coach on Monday Night Raw. So it's really cool, kind of seeing him make that jump to that next level and watching his success. It's like nuts.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that's great.
Yep, and now we are at the Skid Row Academy in Westville, New Jersey. We are the head trainers there. So that is another great opportunity for us to teach what's been taught to us to the next generation of wrestlers and just keep the tradition going, keep the spirit going.
Yeah.
Of course, we always have to keep an eye out for the next generation of wrestlers and, make sure they're getting the proper training so that independent wrestling can live on forever, hopefully. Sorry. Not Adrian. Harley, you want to ask the next question?
Yeah. I know I've only seen you guys as heel, but would you guys prefer to be heel or would you guys prefer to be babyface?
Listen, I do whatever the crowd tells me to do. If they cheer for me, then I'll be a good guy. But if they boo me, then I'll give them the heat that they want. So it all depends on the crowd. But I enjoy both. I like being a good guy. I like being a bad guy. But if I had to choose, definitely a bad guy. Because, I feel like when I'm a bad guy, I have like complete control of the crowd. And, I'm able to mess with their emotions the way that I want to. So, yeah. Heel all day, baby.
Yeah, but
It's
I
funny.
think we're pretty comfortable in any situation. We've done it all. If we don't
Yeah,
really,
no.
we keep the same attitude, we keep the same moves. We are who we are. It's just like Adrian said, it kind of more depends on how the crowd dictates us, but we don't change at our core who we are.
Listen, why should they boo us when we cut through the curtains and they see how they see us come to the curtains, all three of us out there? Like why would they boo us? We're some cool looking dudes. No reason to hate on Primal Fear.
If you guys boo us, that's the real question. We're gonna bring
Yeah,
it
how
up.
about
And
that?
we the champs too. How
Yeah.
can you boo that? Unless they some
I-
haters.
I can tell you physically, Harley, I don't know, I can't speak for her, but for me, every time I see y'all come out, first of all I see is Adrian come out with all this like spunk, and you guys behind him, and it's like the vibe that you guys bring out. I can't boo you guys. Like I can't. Like it's like, well, yep,
See, exactly.
let's go.
So next time we're there and you're in a crowd and you see somebody booing us, you be like, hey, stop that. You better cheer for those guys.
Stop
We
hating.
believe it or not, we do. I stand up for a lot of the bad guys in wrestling. Like a lot of them, they're like, who was it this past time? Oh gosh, I think it's championship material. A lot of people just boo them, and of course, like they're the heel in the one match, and they're going against the face. So of course, I was like, don't you like? I was going after the
Y'all can
crowd.
boo
The crowd
them.
hated me.
Y'all
crowd
can boo
hated
them. It's
me.
okay.
Yeah.
They
Just don't boo us. You can
Just
boo
don't boo us. That's different.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever. I don't think I could ever. I've gotten a lot of hate though, because they're like, how can you like Primal Fear when like we're the best championship
Listen, because
material?
they're always winning. They're the champions.
Can't argue.
Well, I said they're the champs. They all three have belts, and they just have like this wolf pack thing to them when they come out. It's like, how can you boo this? Like, how can you possibly boo
Exactly.
this?
That's what I'm talking about.
Same way.
Harley.
Oh no, I just had to point out. I know you're missing something, Sabrina. Every time she talks about you three, she's like, "Oh my god, did you see their hair? Oh my god,
I do.
I love their hair." I'm like, okay.
It's all about the hair. I'm not gonna lie. It's the hair that you guys come out and it's like, all right, let's see if someone pulls their hair this time.
Listen, that's a lot of water and a lot of leave-in conditioner. No, but wrestling's it's not only is it about athleticism and charisma and all that stuff, but it's also like it's about how you look too. So our big thing for us is trying to catch the attention of people as soon as we step through the curtains.
Mhm.
And I think we've always had that, our entire career. Like we've always been able to catch the attention of everyone just without the way that we look. And that right there, can get you pretty far in the business. So for us, it's just about being in front of the right eyes at the right time.
Of course. And it's like, yes, there's a lot of people that are like still hot and cold with Primal Fear too at PPW. It's like the funniest thing. 'Cause, like you come out by yourself, Adrian, and some people are like, yeah, let's go, Adrian. You come out with the rest of them, and they're like, we don't like him anymore. Like it's
Oh,
so
damn.
hot and cold.
That's because we
Yeah.
beat up Philly's finest.
Yeah, we beat them up all the time. People love them.
Ugh. Don't get me started. I am not a fan.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
They are cool dudes. I've known them since I was 14 years old. So, but if I had to choose,
You would make the right choice.
Yeah,
right,
the right choice.
right.
Yeah, listen, we ain't putting you on the spot. You putting yourself on the spot right now. So
Listen, but like we're so honest on this podcast. It's ridiculous. Like we're like, hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't say this. You know what? It's our podcast. Who cares? So, I just can't. And I've told SPF this many times. I can't stand the baby powder. It's the baby. It's like the.
You know what? Either it always gets on my gear.
It's my pants,
always
yeah, I
on
like
my
it.
gear, and it's always on the apron where I'm standing. And I agree. I think it's a hazard. I slipped on it once or twice. I'm not happy about it either.
They should ban it.
wasting baby powder, man.
Yeah, for real.
How many babies do you think could have used that? How many butts with rashes are running around right now because of SPF wasting all that baby powder?
You're right on baby's behind right now.
I see so much baby powder at my job. I work at a nursing home. So, like, come on, my residents could have used that. You know? Like,
yeah, just keep it away from SPF.
Yeah.
Right. Harley, do you want to read the comment that your dad made?
Oh, yeah. So my dad says, this is some tea. He says, y'all need a better manager that interacts more, but love all of y'all.
Yeah,
hey, listen, we've won with her there, so you can't question the results.
Yeah, Sabrina doesn't like her.
It's not okay. No, let's not put Sabrina under the bus here. I think it's because the vibe that you guys give. I wish like her energy would be the same. Like when you guys come out as like this energetic, like powerful thing. I just wish I would have gotten that vibe from her as well. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like I just don't like her. It's like I wish she would get the same vibe that you guys give.
I think we're still working on that chemistry with her. Like, she was we were kind of put together because she was with a team before us, and I guess the team stopped wrestling there. So she got, put with us, and we're just trying to make the best out of the situation, trying to incorporate her a little bit more and just trying to work on that chemistry, But I feel like she's been like getting better each show. So, the more we work at it, the more we work together, I'm sure it'll get better. I mean, we won championships with her, so
you can't argue with the results. She's managing 3 champs right now.
And like we've been doing this.
It's a lot on her shoulders.
Yeah, we've been doing this collectively.
Sometimes it is literally a lot on the shoulders. She has to carry our belts and then
Yeah, she dropped it the one time.
I know, like you guys make her do the heavy work. Like, come on, guys.
We gotta beat people.
Hey, we never said the job was easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, like one time, like I remember Adrian like gave her she got his belt, and I'm like, well, he could carry it out himself too. Hey.
Listen, sharing is caring. One team, one dream.
Right.
He said the mask y'all wear is official.
Oh, thank you. It's been a while since we pulled the mask out, though.
Yeah, the masks have been put on the back burner for a little bit.
I don't think I've ever seen them with the mask.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever worn them at PPW.
No, I think when we first showed up at PPW, we showed up wearing masks, and that was just part of the look that we had in Ring of Honor. So we just stuck with it a little bit afterwards to try and like develop it and evolve it a little bit more to the point where we're like, you know what, we don't need the masks. We felt like we can, be Primal Fear without the masks and show people what's underneath the masks, and which is a bunch of handsome faces, Yeah,
and like the mask, honestly, to begin with, was sort of an attention grabber, but I feel like we're more comfortable now where we don't necessarily need to literally mask ourselves to get attention.
Right. Yeah, no, and you know what's funny? It's like I see you guys in the ring and I see you guys outside the ring, like, and I'm like, you guys look like three Clark Kents, because in the ring, you guys look completely different than what you guys look like. So I'm like, I'm always standing around, and I was like, is that Primal Fear over there? Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, it doesn't really look like them. Maybe it's because they have glasses on me now. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's also another requirement. You got
Yeah, you have to be
long hair
blind.
and you have to be blind.
Yeah, you can't be able to see.
All three of us have a horrendous eyesight.
Yeah, it's all about blending in.
Yeah.
Blending in so no one notice.
Well,
You never
I'm
know when
out
Primal Fear will strike when we are around the corner.
I'm out of the loop tonight because everybody has their glasses on. I do have glasses. I just don't wear them. So.
You're the odd one out right now.
Harley's in and
Yeah.
you're out. She's
You're
got
the odd one out.
glasses. It's you.
It's fine. I own it. I was wearing it last night, but tonight I was like, nah, we're gonna just put the glasses away.
I'm a little upset I didn't get the memo about the reindeer.
Yeah, the reindeer ears, like
going on or whatever they're called.
yeah, come on.
Listen, she gave it to me the last PPW show, and I said to her, well, this is like our last show before Christmas. So I said, let's bring out the ears.
That's not fair. Y'all coordinated this. You could have told us.
Actually, yeah, we kind of did.
Well, those are antlers. They aren't ears.
Yeah,
I said, I tell you what's the most embarrassing.
horns or
yeah. I
It's a
said,
long
this
day.
reindeer hooves.
Oh man. Okay, so we asked this question to all the wrestlers, but we do want to know, maybe from an individual point of view, guys, if you guys were to go individual one-on-one with someone from PPW, who would it be?
It could be as a tag though, if you want.
Yeah,
We're doing
Anybody?
individual.
it could be individual, it can be tag. It doesn't really matter. I was kind of like thinking,
Uh-oh.
but yeah.
No, I'm panicking. I wrestled all the tag teams, I think.
Just PPW or anywhere?
Well, Harley, should we open it up to anywhere? We can open it up to anywhere. It's our
Yeah.
podcast. It's our podcast.
Yeah,
Let's just
you guys make the rules.
yeah,
As a
well,
tag
that's the
team?
yeah, the tag team.
As a tag team, we want FTR. As a trio, we want the Bucks and Kenny.
Okay.
If I had to choose one from PPW, it would be the man that just captured the PPW Heavyweight Championship, and that is the Mecca Brian Johnson.
He would have been my
Yeah.
pick too. He was my pick too.
Wow.
Listen, if I
I
had
do
one
not-
chance, one shot, God, pick the one at top, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah. And from like a personal connection, Brian Johnson was one of our classmates at the ROH dojo, but he was also like one of like the leaders there, so it's cool that we still get the chance to be around him. He's a great wrestler. He has an unbelievable mind for wrestling, and he's a really good dude. I would love to get the chance to wrestle him. I think we only ever wrestled him once at like a practice match, and
That's how we became friends.
yeah.
I will say though, you guys said that you guys went against every tag team in PPW, but I don't think you went against Trevor Kage and Nolan Pierce, which is a new and up and coming tag team.
They were in the 2 matches ago. Does that count? We didn't have a one-on-one with them.
I see. I that counts, but I really do want a one-on-one with you guys.
Let them know. Let them
Yeah,
know.
Let them know. See
Well,
what happens. Honestly, just
Paul Bo,
watch what
Anthony Keegan, they watch our podcast, so
There you go.
make it happen.
Talk to the boss.
Make it happen. I'm
See what
telling you.
happens. That's all I'm gonna say. See what happens.
Someone needs to go up against Tim Theory to get his belt. Someone needs to go up against Mecca and get his belt so that you guys can get
just have them
all the belts in PPW.
You're really going to see Delilah on the floor because she's not going to be able to carry all them belts. She has a hard time carrying 3, carrying 6. Oh, man.
A lot of weight.
You're going to see a pile of belts with hands hanging from underneath. Like, oh, no.
But hey,
Yeah, that's
then
what it's
no
all
one-
about. Showing up to
no one can beat you
PPW,
guys.
making a statement, claiming championships. That's why we showed up there.
Right.
No,
Harley,
yeah.
take the floor.
Yeah, I guess. So if you guys got a call from AEW and then WWE, which one would you guys take?
Personally, right now, there's only one company has a Trios Championship, and that's AEW. So that's where I'd want to go.
Yeah, I think at this point in my life, AEW would also be my decision.
See, they pick AEW. I'm picking the big WWE.
You know, I finally found this tag team people down here that I like because it's AEW, and I would choose AEW if they called me, but that's not gonna happen. But I don't watch WWE. I'll be honest, I haven't watched WWE since I was like 14, 13.
See, if we're going personally, like enjoyment, I exclusively like pretty much watch WWE.
Yes, watch it. You're missing out. I'm just telling you
Yeah.
that right now. The
Yeah,
product is very good.
I think so too. I'm a very big WWE supporter.
I mean, I went about a year ago with my dad, and my dad was like explaining all the wrestlers to me. He was like, "This is Austin Theory. He's like the male version of you because you take a lot of selfies. Like, this is him. This is this guy. This is Seth Rollins." Like, I knew who Seth Rollins was. And my dad's like, yeah, like this is what's happening. This is the storyline. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just sitting there watching wrestling, and he's just like, "Are you enjoying it?" I'm like, well, yeah, I'm enjoying it, but like I don't know half the guys that are in the ring, but
That
it was
is
a
fair.
good time.
Sometimes I watch and I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. But I do my best to watch. It is hard. We all have very busy schedules. And I feel like once you're in wrestling, it becomes harder to keep up with wrestling. But when I get the chance, I will definitely watch WWE.
Yeah, no, I need to get back into it. I've been slacking. I need to do my homework because
And I
one of
enjoy
our
watching
guys.
all wrestling. I try to keep up with everything. I feel as since I am like in the business, I think I should take it upon myself to kind of keep up with everything that's going on, just in case. Like you said, if you have to choose, if an opportunity did present itself, I wouldn't want to go into it like blind. Not knowing who like the wrestlers are, what's going on. So I kind of like to stay up to date with everything.
I will tell you, we've talked about this before. Is like indie wrestling to us, to me especially, is like a different experience than going to a WWE show. So like coming to an indie show with you guys, it's kind of like it's very laid back. The wrestlers will come out and they'll talk to the fans, and like it's very interactive. Whereas like WWE is a totally different experience. So like I personally just enjoy coming to the indies. That's why I don't really watch WWE because it's like I like to get to know the wrestlers. I like to get to, say hi, interact with them, and not just like following you on Twitter. How are you?
I think more people need your attitude. Not enough people fully support indie wrestling the way they should.
They blindly support
I
anybody.
mean, but the promotion has to be good though. There's a lot of bad indie promotion out there,
Yeah.
but PPW happens to be one of the good ones.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I just got into PPW this year, and I'm already like this. That's like a safe home to me. Like that's where I come every month. Whereas like I've gone to other ones like Smash Wrestling, or I've gone to MLW, and it's a totally different experience. And it's like PPW is always home because like everyone knows each other now. Like I went since April and met Harley, and now everyone knows me, and they're always like, "Hey, how's life been since last month?" So it's a good time, and SPF got me into PPW. So hey,
And
can't
now
really
you have a
complain.
podcast.
Yeah.
Of course, I actually came to Harley with this podcast idea. I said, Harley, I want to do a podcast, but I'm not doing it by myself. And she was like, I would love to. So it took about like 3 months because of our schedules, but now we're kicking off, we're running, and now we're a part of UCW. And so it's kind of like we're going to be at their show doing live podcasting, and it's crazy how those things just work out.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'll see y'all there next month.
Yeah. Yes.
Sweet. I will be there defending my championship and keeping my championship.
How about that?
I'm really rooting for you. I will root for anybody who I know that's coming there. I haven't seen everybody that's coming there yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Your dad said 9 years for you and Harley coming to PPW, so that's crazy.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome, but crazy. Like 9 years. I don't know if I can come for 9 years.
That's longer than we've been wrestling.
Mhm.
Now, you guys, how did you guys come up with the name like Primal Fear?
I can't answer this one. I wasn't there.
So we had another member with us, someone who we've been best friends with throughout high school and stuff like that. He joined wrestling with us initially, and originally, I guess there was a plan for us to be a trio, but we just kind of never got put together. And one night, our coach came up to us like, "All right, you guys are wrestling tonight. I believe it was the Graysons and a friend, Sage Matthews." And he's like, "You guys need to come up with a tag team name." So we sat in the locker room all day with Damian Priest, and Blue Meanie would come in and out and kind of like give suggestions. And eventually, because at the time we were talking about making a band and we had different names, and one of them was Primal. And I was just like, all right, Primal. But they were saying it needs something more. So we thought Primal something, Primal something. We came up with Primal Hate. So our first match ever, it was Primal Hate. Our coach wanted to call us Primal Fear. We were like, nah, it's a movie, whatever. We called ourselves Primal Hate the first match. The night after, he's got, I don't like Primal Hate. You guys Primal Fear. And we're like, okay, whatever. You run the place. So we kind of just stuck with that name ever since. And we just have given it so many different meanings in the meantime. At this point, it means something completely different than what it meant when we first had the name.
That's
Yeah, it was a little tough
crazy.
at first because, the name was given to us. So we were trying to take it upon ourselves to try and think of like the meaning behind the name. So that's like, when we were first coming out, that's where like the masks came in. We were trying to be like these spooky guys. And like those are the masks that the one guy made the comment on and Ring of Honor, So it was just us taking like that, like the name by, it's Primal Fear. So we're like, okay, so we probably gotta be some scary guys until eventually, we just kept evolving it. And then that's where the catchphrase, I think you gotta see the shirt, right? All fight, no flight. There we go. Boom. That's where that comes in. So now, when people ask what is primal fear, you just say primal fear is, when you feel primal fear, you get, you have two choices. You can either run or you can either fight. That's when your fight or flight response kicks in, and you have two options. And with us, it's all fight, no flight.
That's actually a really nice shirt, by the way. I was looking at it online.
They're available online.
Because Matt was on Twitch and he was promoting the merch, and I was like, oh, that one's really nice. So I said to my friends, I said, listen, after Christmas, I'm gonna get myself a shirt, and that is the only shirt I'll be wearing at PPW.
There you go.
What you're talking about. All right.
Yep, it better be the only shirt. Be looking, be watching.
I will be honest, I have other shirts and have not worn any other shirts to PPW. So
It'll be the first one.
No, exactly. You're right.
Don't worry, we won't tell anyone.
Well, it's on the internet at this point, so everyone knows.
Let them know.
I make it very obvious, like that, like who my favorites are at PPW. So people just know, like when Andretti comes out, people know. All right, we know who Sabrina's rooting for. Like when you guys come out, we know who she's rooting for. Harley's always like, Sabrina, I know who you're rooting for already. I'm like, no, you don't. What if I change my mind this time? She's like, you're not gonna. Like, you're right.
The bus, huh?
Yeah, she does sometimes. That's what friends do. Harley.
She still hasn't admitted if she roots for us or not.
Yeah,
I'm still trying
Harley,
to.
do you root for Primal Fear, Harley?
It's kind of getting hot in here. I'm gonna open the window.
She likes Southfield's finest, huh? That's what it is.
Actually, no, she does not. Harley, would you like to explain yourself, your answer here?
Yeah,
No.
come on. Now we're interviewing you.
Yeah.
I don't have no words.
It's okay, Harley. You can like who you like, but if
Yeah.
just know that if we ever have the opportunity to step in the ring with with whoever you like, just know that we're going to win the match. Okay, so
If you guys go against Rembrandt, she will definitely root for Rembrandt.
Wow.
okay, that's okay, no problem.
That's okay with you.
Adrian's like, cool. Adrian's like, I'm gonna write this down right
Oh, yeah,
now.
I'm just thinking. I'm
Yep.
keeping them. I'll remember.
Listen, it's all written down already, right in here.
you will hear Harley's wrath. She loves Rembrandt. You will get the most hate out of her at that match.
Wow. Well, you know what? Bring it on. I need it. I need my energy. Let's go.
All right, Rembrandt. You heard it here first, guys. Rembrandt.
I run off
2023.
haterade, so
Oh my goodness. My dad says I root for ya, even though you don't. But if you go up against Rembrandt, I can't vote for ya.
bring the hate, man. That's what we need. We feed off that. So bring the hate.
I rooted against Rembrandt once with Harley, and I felt her wrath because she was sitting right next to me. I felt it, and I was like, who are they going? I think it was Johnny or someone. It was Mitchell. And I was like, go Mitchell. And I looked behind me. I was like, I didn't say it. And she was like, you totally did. She's like, we're rooting for Rembrandt. I said, oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know we were rooting for Rembrandt. My bad.
So that's what it's all about. It's about, you like yours, she like hers, you guys are having fun while you're at these events. That's what it's all about.
Or she's laughing at me because of how crazy I go for the one match this past PPW show, but we're not going to talk about that match.
I think we should. Hold up. Let me pull up a picture.
A picture?
More like a video, but you can keep talking till I find it.
Okay, I know what video you're going to bring up. So everyone knows Action Andretti. New into AEW world now. So congratulations to you, Action, if you're watching. But he was one of the first wrestlers I actually met, and he gave me his merch. So when he comes on, I turn into mode of he's going to win. So I went crazy. I was jumping. I was like, come on, Andretti. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I was going crazy.
Oh, sad.
I was going nuts. And at the end of that match, I was like, I lost my voice. It is done. Oh, I was going, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know what I look
Publicly,
Yeah.
She's putting your business out there.
I put my business out on TikTok. So if I can put my business out on TikTok, she can put my business out on a podcast. But no, we have so much fun when we come to these things. And it's guys like you guys and the other heels of PPW that give us the ambition to root for either you guys or them. Because it's you guys are bringing the hate. So if you guys are bringing the hate, we're like, let's go. Who we fighting? Like that.
We fight always.
I know. And, I will say I was talking to little Gavin, and he says that you guys are really good. He's like, they're amazing. I wish I could root for them, but Gavin doesn't root for bad guys.
we're gonna
Listen, Arnold, when we showed up to the last event, he came up to me with a drawing of myself. It was so good. That was the best thing I ever got in my life. So he can like me, he can hate me. I don't even care.
He's so talented, and
Yeah.
every time that I see one of his pictures, it's like I said to him this past one. I said, Gavin, you watch our podcast. When's ours coming?
Ah, there you go.
Now I'm excited. Now I'm like, I want to see what representation he has of me and Harley. But if you guys had to put a timeline on your wrestling, what would be the time where you're like, okay, this is enough? Would it be an age thing, or would it be an injury thing that would end your wrestling career?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever thought about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me neither.
We kind of just
Which I
know-
guess is a good thing then, if I'm not thinking about it.
we kind of have a faith that everything's gonna be okay. So
But I feel like right now at this moment, like I'm probably like I feel pretty good. I'm probably like physically like probably in the best shape that I've been in since I've started. You know, I still have yet to reach, the top of my game. So right now I'm just still building on top of what I have right now and just get better. And I think I still have a long, like all three of us, we have a long road ahead of us. And I don't think we're looking to stop anytime soon. You know, we are like, our ages, whatever, but like in the business, we're still very young in the business. So I just think we still have much, much to prove, much to earn, much to learn, much to get after. The wheels ain't falling off anytime soon. Like we're gonna keep grinding, keep trying to get whatever it is that we can get.
And that's the way people should look at it. Like, as long as you have the ambition, keep going, keep fighting, keep going for what you want. Honestly, if you guys would come out in walkers, that'd be the best thing to see. Here we come down the road.
I'll still beat somebody's ass.
Oh yeah, with the walker for sure. You kidding me? The amount of times I've seen one of my residents try to hit me with a walker, I'm pretty sure you guys can beat some ass with a walker.
See?
We'll have to remember that.
I know. They should have, honestly, they should have like a walker wheelchair match at like PPW. Just like whatever old person thing you can find. Cane, walker. Someone just use it.
The fans bring the weapons match was pretty wild the last time, so I don't know if that's a good idea. So
Yes. The things that these people were bringing, I don't know what they were thinking, but it was a good match. I mean, we were in the bleachers, so we were like, we're far away from anything that starts flying. Wasn't that also the match, like the night that Facade came out into the audience too?
Mm-hmm.
And like you and I were like, was this supposed to happen? Because they were right near us. He did the flip on the wall right by us, and we're like, what? What is happening? No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for another one of those bring your own weapon because I wasn't prepared. I didn't have a weapon with me, so I was gonna say, hey, if they really needed me, like just use me as a weapon, you know.
You could bring your reindeer antlers.
yeah, how about that?
Maybe, or I could bring the extension. You could whip somebody with the hair, you know.
Together.
We'll see what happens next time. But in the wrestling community, like, where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years in wrestling? Like, do you guys see yourself like climbing up that ladder, or do you see yourself like just going day by day?
At the top. At the top of the world.
It's hard in wrestling to look long term, but there's no way that if you say, where are we in 5 years, it's not a major company.
I could definitely, there's a lot of wrestlers that we sit here talk about on the daily basis, her and I, of like who we think has so much potential in this industry. And like, of course, you guys are there, and like Andretti and all them. So like, I can see you guys definitely moving up. I don't see you guys being at PPW for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can see you guys moving up and getting on to bigger and better things. And we will always support you. Like, it's nice to see you guys come on like this bottom, as you will, because when you guys get to that top, we can be like, oh, we knew them like way back in 2022 when they came on our podcast, our little tiny podcast. And now look at them. They're on television in front of millions of people. Like, that is something that we live for, to see the wrestlers that we meet. So.
Yeah, I feel like, if it were like 5 years ago, none of us probably would have thought that we would be where we are today with all the experiences and all the promotions we've been able to walk through the doors of, all like the wrestlers who came before us, who we were able to meet and train with, wrestle with. So who knows what, where we'll be in the next 5 years. And like the pro wrestling, it's still a business, so we have to take it upon ourselves to treat it as a business. We just can't kind of like go out. Yeah, obviously take it day by day, but you need to have a game plan. You need to kind of like set a goal for yourself to kind of know where it is that you want to go, what you want. And for us, like, we want like everything, honestly. Like, I want to be able to like look back when my career is over and be, happy with what we were able to accomplish. I've already had the chance to wrestle Jonathan Gresham, who's considered to be one of the best wrestlers in the world, and that right there is like an amazing accomplishment. But like I said earlier, I think we still have so much to offer, so much to get, so much to give. So like, as long as we're all feeling good and like, the ambition and the hunger is there, like the world is our oyster. So,
Yeah, we've only been wrestling for 6 years, so 5 years, like he said, 5 years ago, we wouldn't imagine we've done what we've done. Another 5 years, it's just to think, how crazy the things we can accomplish. And I don't think the world has seen the best of us yet, at all. I think like he said, we have so much to offer, and pretty soon the world's going to see exactly how good we can be. And I'm very excited for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've accomplished all that we've accomplished in 5 years. So like, just wait till you see with 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
and like,
Anthony Black.
who else can say, that they started as a trio and been able to do what we did? Trio born and bred, and showed up in AEW, wrestled for the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Championships. We were in Ring of Honor, wrestled for the Ring of Honor, Six-Man Championship. Sure, we didn't win, but we still had the opportunities. But I'm sure they'll come again, and we'll eventually win them. So
Third time's a charm. How about that? Third time's a charm.
there you go.
That's what they say. No, but like I don't see many trios for sure. Like there's not. It's very rare that I see a trio in wrestling, but it's definitely interesting. It's for sure. Anthony Blackwell said, "Love Primal Fear."
My guy.
And
Yo, shout out to Anthony. That's
he
our
also
guy.
said they're taking over. You guys are taking over.
He knows what's up. He's seen it. He's seen the
Yeah,
seeds.
he's been to some other shows with us. He
sees all the black seeds of vengeance we plant everywhere. It's all over the world. He's gonna start sprouting up pretty soon.
Oh yeah, he actually on our prediction show that we had, he actually predicted that show that you guys did win tag team champions. He predicted, yeah, Primal Fear, he's gonna take it all. They're gonna take it all home that night. And when you guys did, I looked over at him and I was like,
Our guy.
what?
made a smart
He's a
choice.
smart man.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah, no, he's really good. We are hoping to get to more of you guys' shows this year, especially because, like, yeah, it's nice to see you at PPW, but we would love to see you guys other places. So where could we actually, like, where do you guys wrestle?
Anywhere.
Our
Everywhere.
most consistent spot right now would be Super Crazy Pro Wrestling, which is in Westville, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. And that's really kind of our home at the moment, our home base. We're definitely committed to PPW for the time being. So PPW, Super Crazy, and right now we just kind of this whole year we were scheduled so tight that we had no room for expansion. We wanted to keep some room this year on our schedule, so maybe we might want to hit some up and fly out to Chicago or something like that. So if we pre-booked ourselves with all the places we already work right now, we wouldn't have the opportunity. So right now, we're just kind of floating into 2023. It's really interesting, but I'm excited for it.
Oh, excuse me. Anthony goes, I don't bet against my guys because he's a smart man.
It's my guy, I'm telling you.
He should have been in Atlantic City with me last year.
Yeah.
Harley, I think gonna have to start taking notes from Sabrina and our boy Anthony.
Yeah.
They seem so smart. They're small.
Better hop on. We'll let you on the train now. Hurry up before it gets.
Yeah, you
filled.
can't be the odd one out.
You can because it's taking off.
Yeah, because when we had our prediction show, we said, okay, who's gonna win, Adrien or Griffin? I said Adrien, and she's like, I don't really know.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
Oh.
You gotta look this up a little more. I don't know. Yeah, you might have to watch some tape on YouTube or something. See.
It's okay.
Yeah, we see that Anthony is promoting your vlogs, which I've been watching them for sure.
I watch the vlogs. Check them out, man. He had a cameo.
Yeah, he's been on.
He's like your hype man right now in the comments. He's like,
Talking
yeah,
Yep,
it's
Primal
okay.
Vlog drop every week.
Yeah, I honestly, I give you guys props because like in 2010, I tried to be a YouTube person, like tried posting videos, and I just embarrassed myself. And those videos are still out there till this day, that are never gonna see the light of the world.
You
But
know that.
they're not coming.
Harley's gonna start showing them just like that video.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't think she even has seen them.
I should find them.
But
Look,
Yeah.
she's looking right now.
Oh, there you
best
go.
part is, I will send them to her nonchalantly, and she'll probably end up posting it, which is fine. It's honestly, I tried starting it with my dad. That's what it was. And I was like, okay, Dad, like, let's do challenges. And our first challenge was like the Bean Boozled challenge. I was like, nope. Never again. But so you guys have a YouTube channel. What's it called so that it's just called Primal Fear, or what's it called so that the viewers can check it out?
So YouTube is like they're doing what are they called? Like your like your handle name.
Yeah.
So you can do YouTube at, or I don't know how it's like, it's brand new. They just started doing this, but it's at True Primal Fear.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know how that works. So I don't know if you have to type in at True Primal Fear, or you can just go into the search bar and type in Primal Vlog, and maybe it'll pop up.
Look,
I was
Harley,
gonna Primal Fear
Harley, are you
Wrestling.
checking? Are you checking it out, Harley?
Look at her
Harley.
on top of it. She's actually looking for your YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
The amount of videos that she probably has on her phone of me just personally at PPW is probably embarrassing enough. Because like I tend to go into like the zone, especially like with the matches, because like I want to make sure with this podcast we want to make sure that we're watching the matches, we're studying it, so that we're like, okay, what can they do this time? Like we know Adrien has a finisher, and we know the tag team has a finisher. Do you guys have finishers that you guys do individually then too, like just yourselves, like Matt and Gabriel, like your own true?
I don't think I do.
I do. I never
Yeah,
get a
Matt,
chance to do it.
I win the match with whatever wins the match.
2 knees to the front and the back of the head usually were pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's how we.
See, Gabriel's smart. This is a good thing that nobody knows what his finisher is, because it can be any move.
You never know.
He hits any move. Next thing you know, it's 1, 2, 3. Gabriel won. Like, what? He won with a clothesline? And he's like, yeah, that's my finisher. I didn't tell anybody, So I just whipped it out of nowhere.
Wait, that's my finisher. I never do it.
No.
So yeah, so don't tell anyone what your finisher is, Gabriel.
It's
Keep being smart.
It's
yeah, Gabriel, come on.
It's a
stop
double.
Stop giving it away.
It's a double 450.
Whatever wins the match, that's your finisher right there.
Pretty much.
No, it's interesting though, because like we like matches that keep us on our toes. Most of the matches that you guys have been in are like matches that were like, okay, is it gonna happen? Okay, it's Primal Fear, especially with the tag team guys. You guys had us on our toes. We're like, because you guys were just in the corner, and I looked at Harley. I was like, are they gonna get Primal Fear in here like at all? Like they're just sitting in the corner.
We were
Like,
smart.
waiting for their turn. Right. I was like, they're just waiting for their turn. Like, let's go. I wanted to see some like true, and then you guys came in and dominated, and
won.
now you made championship material cry, which I love. So thank you for giving me that.
Make them all cry. All your
Everybody
favorites.
cried.
Harley, do you have any more questions for our guests?
Not really.
She has all the questions written down. Me, on the other hand, she said to me before you guys came on, she goes, okay, do you have your questions? And I was like, yeah.
You just freestyle
here
with it. You just go with it.
I do, and that's because I also forget a lot of my questions. So I'm like, well, if I have an outline, I'm gonna want to look at my phone, and I really don't want to be looking at my phone. So I was like, okay, I work in a nursing home. I should be able to remember something. And it takes me a minute usually, but I get there
We get there.
eventually.
We get there.
It's a long process, but we get there. But before we let you guys go, if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
I am on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all as fear_Gabriel13.
I'll have to check out your TikTok for sure.
I don't post on it much. I try to be
Oh,
better.
okay.
I'm trying to be better.
I do.
Good,
And
Matthew.
I'm on
Yeah.
TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. It's all Matt Omen 999.
Yep, and you can just find me on Instagram and Twitter at Soriano_saga. We also have an official Instagram page, a Primal Fear page, and that's at True Primal Fear. If
As you
anyone watching this would like to purchase this All Fight No Flight, oh, hold on, dropping my phone. I'm getting excited. This All Fight No Flight t-shirt, then you can head on over to prowrestlingtees.com/True Primal Fear. We are also at Water Maneuver as well. Just look up Primal Fear in the search bar and you can see our store there. Again, we were talking about the Primal vlogs. Go on YouTube at True Primal Fear. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the bell so that you are notified every time a Primal Vlog video drops, and they drop every single week, so that you guys can see us taste our favorite protein bars, and we can actually find the answer to the question that is
it tasty?
There you go. Like every video. Go to every single video, hit the like button on every single video.
Yeah, like every video, share every video, everybody.
Flood it.
It's funny because he's in the dark, so everything he said was like really creepy for a second in my ear.
We do.
Yeah, why is it so dark, Gabriel?
Dude, listen, in the car.
Who are you hiding from?
I got both lights on, dude. I don't know why it's not working.
You need a little ring light for your car.
I know.
Like,
well, listen,
I have a huge ring light.
There you go.
See,
Can I borrow it? I get good, look, see, when a car drives by, I get good headlight lighting for
Yeah, tell them to stop. Hey, stop for a second. Fucking stay right there.
Hey, look, here comes one.
Wait, I'm on a podcast. Can you just?
Yeah, just park right there.
Next
time in front of the car, it would be the headlights.
No, but again, Gabriel, Matt, and Adrien, thank you so much for being on our podcast. You guys are right before our Christmas, so this was like our little Christmas gift to our viewers. Is not just one of you guys, but all three of you. So thank you so much for taking the time and the energy to sit here and talk to little us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for everyone for having us. I want to say Merry Christmas to both of you, Sabrina and Harley. Have a happy holidays, Happy New Year's. And like we said earlier, 2023, Primal Fear, All Fight, No Flight, the year we taking over.
You guys gotta watch, see what happens. I'm telling you.
Harley, do you want to do the closing of like what's happening next week?
Not really.
Okay. Do you want me to do it? I have so much energy right now. Do you want me to do it?
Go for it.
Okay. To all of our viewers, next week we have a podcast on Thursday at noon with no one other than Encore. So make sure you come and check that out. Please like True Primal Fear and on all their social media. Make sure to check out their merch station. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Bye, guys.
Happy holidays.